This is Rafi Cruzon, and you are tuned in to Nothing But That Sports Talk.
Oh yeah, we on the eve of NFL season. So welcome to this episode of Nothing But That Sports Talk. I'm Rafi Cruzon alongside the blonde Blitz girls, who's Deb Whitcas and Nikki Experience. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
For having us. We're excited to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, but before we get into all the football discussion, let's just get to know Nikki a little bit. I mean, we'll probably get more in depth on this another time, but let's get more into Nikki's background on why you decided to get involved with covering sports and what got you want to do this in the first place.
Yeah, so I kind of fell into this. I had a friend about 3 years ago, right when COVID started, invited me on his podcast, and I didn't know what it was at the time or what I was doing. And he was like, just come on and talk about the Giants. I need someone to like fill out this panel. And I'm like, I really don't know what I'm doing. And he goes, just talk. You can talk. I've known you forever. You don't shut up. So just come on and talk about the Giants. So I said, okay, I did. And it went really well. And then the following week, we decided to try it again and invite a friend on. And then the following week and the following week. And it just kind of kept growing from there. I've changed platforms a few times. And covering the Giants, I kind of fell into that too. I was offered to do that by Jersey Sporting News, who I cover for. And they always tell people, I mean, I got there on my content. I don't have a degree in journalism. So I'm not, I didn't go to school for that. I just kind of got the opportunity 2 years ago and I took it, nervous as I was. I couldn't pass that up. So yeah, something to be said, if you try hard enough and you put your mind to something, and you have to work hard, nothing's handed to you, but put yourself out there and take a risk, you get a lot of opportunities to come your way. And here I am, and Deb and I started Blonde Blitz, and we're super excited because there's really no other show out there like our show. So we're very excited.
Yeah, and to keep it as short as possible, because I understand you got another show to jump on around like
yes.
9 o'clock. I'm gonna.
He's very popular today.
Be glad that somebody invites you to talk sports at all in their platform. Look where it led to. I got people that didn't go to school for journalism or to even complete school. Even family members talk about, I want to get on your show, and look what happened. Fast forward, covered WNBA, I covered college sports. That's it.
Right. You just got to take a chance. Oh, you know what I've learned, and probably Deb can attest to this too. She's got 2 Emmys sitting back there. You got to bet on yourself sometimes. You really do.
Yep. And similarly to Nikki too. I mean, I grew up with sports. Like we said, my dad had played, in minors for MLB, but I never thought I was going to be a sports reporter. I went into the business being, wanting to work at MTV and wanting to work at entertainment. And years later, I've just been such a fan that I was like, I'm dumb now if I don't try to do this for a living, because I know, just as much as the guys know for sure. So, and I think people realize that. So very similar, I kind of fell into it too. So, but I think that just shows we're meant to be here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When things just start coming your way and you're like, okay, this is weird, So, I think that just shows that we're all in the right place, right time, and work hard.
Yep.
And that's what blossoms from that.
Yes, and to keep the next response kind of short, any other sports you follow besides football, Nikki?
I am a long-suffering Knicks fan. Hey, this year was okay. But yeah, that's really it. I love college basketball more than I love the NBA. I just get so into it. I adore March Madness, but my heart is, I'm an ex-dancer, an ex-cheerleader. My heart is always there. I taught dance for a very long time. I coached cheer for a long time. Definitely literally have like the same story almost. The same lives. We just live on opposite coasts. So I will follow competitive cheer and competitive dance, of course. It's just, I used to judge those competitions, so it's just in me. I'm not a huge baseball girl, and I don't really follow
That's where we differ.
yeah. But I'll watch a lot of basketball.
Yes, Knicks. Let's go Knicks. We'll get more into the Knicks another time. But right now the only basketball I care about is my New York Liberty win the championship. But that's a conversation for another. But that's another conversation for another episode. Yeah. On to the very next topic. me and you were both New York Giants fans. Deb Whitcas, you're an Eagles fan. Your Eagles, your Eagles won the NFC East. You smoke our New York Giants in the divisional rounds. You need literally a field goal to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. So, yeah. Nikki, do you think that our New York Giants can get at least one victory against the Eagles this year in the regular season or in the postseason if we meet up again?
God, I hope so. I can't take it. And I just don't know why they did this to us on Christmas Day. I can't, I always say this and Deb guests on a lot of shows too. I think if you look at the division, we've had a bad few years as a whole, and the division has really come around. But if you're the Giants, if you're the Commanders, you got to build this roster to get through Philly and Dallas. And as much as I hate the Eagles, and I'm sure you do too, you got to give them credit where credit's due. What they've done with the cap and the amount of people that they've lost, and they've been able to still have an immense amount of talent. I hats off to them. And honestly, I like Jalen Hurts. I would love the kid if he was on any other team but the Eagles, but I do like him. I hope so. I really, really, really hope so. But right now I'm just, please beat Dallas, because we've got a ex-Dallas player coming on our show tomorrow night, and he's already starting. So, let's just get through Dallas.
We're gonna you know what? I got some more stuff to say about what you just said, but we're gonna transition to I got some more stuff to say about that before we get to talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Boys, fans ridiculous. Now, yeah, to agree with you on hating the Eagles. I also hate it when we lost to them on a field goal in 2006. I also hate them when they took us out of the division round in 2008. I also hate them when freaking Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick led a 21-point comeback in the late regular season game in 2010. The miracle, that miracle in the Meadowlands.
I was there.
I was there.
Unfortunately.
That miracle in the Meadowlands.
We were both there.
Your Eagles' favor. You know that one?
The miracle of the Meadowlands too.
Yeah.
I was the first one. I wasn't there. The second one there, I was there.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson ran in the front.
I was at that one with my dad, and we're like, "Oh, this is great! We're finally beating the Eagles or win." And my dad and I are like, "All right, like we got this in the." And I'm like, "No! Are you effing kidding? There's no way this is happening to me."
No cursing on my show. No cursing on my show.
Oh, sorry, you got the wrong girl here. You have to beat that out. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. But don't worry about it. We beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl twice. You got to win against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. So let's be happy that we both managed to snag a Super Bowl win against Tom Brady. That's one thing we Giants and Eagles fan have in common. So there's that.
Absolutely. And guys, I do like what Brian Daboll's done with the Giants. I mean, let's be honest. So I think you guys have a shot at it this season. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. This time we're going to beat the Eagles if we run into it in the playoffs again. I'm confident about that.
Let's hope so. I'm cautiously optimistic when it comes to the Giants attempting to beat the Cowboys or the Eagles. So
yeah, very optimistic. Now, yeah, on top of us being the NFC East supporters that we are, we also have a niche for Cowboy fans. I mean, Ryan came on the show a couple of years ago, talk about how much how disgusting he was with Cowboy fans. You hear Stephen A. Smith talk about how disgusting he is with Cowboy fans. Shay Sharp talk about how disgusting he is with Cowboy fans. Like, how did the hate for Cowboy fans start with you, Nikki?
Oh, so my brother's a Cowboys fan, and he's obnoxious.
Hey.
There's
funny.
That. My sister's an Eagles fan, so when we get together, it's really it's really fun times here. No,
that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we'll go at it. Literally go at it. Yeah. It's quite a household growing up. They're obnoxious though. They are obnoxious. No matter what, you ask them for a prediction, they're always like, well, we're winning the Super Bowl. And it's like, could you ever just say like you might win 10 games or something? I don't know. It's always a Super Bowl win. And it's like, but you haven't done that. I can't.
When is the last time they won a Super Bowl?
How old
every year it's like, you know we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? Every time. And you know what? I talked to this one girl named Jennifer Portee. She hosts a podcast called Let's Talk Women's Sports. let's talk women's basketball, something like that. I asked her win-loss predictions for the Dallas Cowboys. Guess what? She predicted them to go undefeated this year. Yeah, good luck with that.
There's no way. There's
Right.
just no way.
She pretended to be 17 years old. I was like, okay, can you pick which teams they're gonna lose? You don't think they're gonna win? And she was like, yeah, I'm picking them to go 17-0.
No, that's what I'm talking about. This illusion.
That's a true fan there.
Yeah.
That's an absolute true fan. If she's saying that 17-0, that there's just I'm not even saying the Eagles are going 17-0. There's no way. Now, especially with their schedule. But
yeah. Now speaking of the Eagles, the last time you came on the show, Deb, you predicted your wins-loss predictions led to be at 13-4, possibly winning the division. Nikki, some of the wins that you picked them to into more against the Eagles, or against the Patriots, Minnesota Vikings at home. You have them lose to the test, but split with the New York Giants. You have them like winning both games against the Dallas Cowboys. At least we can be happy about that. You have them defeat the Buffalo Bills at home, and then you have them losing 4 losses. Losses coming against the New York Jets, Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers, and the New York Giants. Well, sticking to the question, Nikki, Deb Whitcas predict the Eagles to go 13. Do you have them going over or under?
No, I think I put them at 12. I think that was my prediction last week. I got to check my notes, but I think it was 12. Yeah, 12. No, I mean, like I said, you can hate the team. This is why I like realistic fans. It's like and professionals too in this industry, because you do need to give credit where credit's due. They're a phenomenal team. They've got really great young talent. You can't take that away. You can't discredit that. So the best you can do is build your roster around trying to get through them. And it's a tall order, but yeah, I think it's their division to lose, and I'm gonna put them about 12.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, I think they could go to probably stick at 12. If they could pick up the 12 games, they're definitely going to lose against the New York Jets, at least one game against the New York Giants. That I know for sure. And I'm going to pick the 12 only because the Dallas Cowboys will not let this rivalry go without getting the win. That I know for sure.
If they 13 might be a little aggressive. They have a really tough schedule. Like I keep saying that week 11 to week 15 is really scaring me a bit. So I might go 12 15, but yes, close.
Yeah, 12 indeed. Now picking on New York. Now on to our New York Giants predictions. Well, I had this lady named Tatiana Smallwood. Shout out to her for coming on the show a couple weeks ago. When we made our win-loss predictions, she predicted them to be 12-5. And then Ryan Walker, Deb, you met him before. You predicted to
love Ryan.
He predicted the Giants to go 10-6-1, with the tie coming on the final week of the season against the Philadelphia Eagles.
A tie against it. Just what? Who predicts that?
Nobody can predict the tie. We ain't predicting the tie with the Washington Commanders.
I just think it's funny to predict a tie. I hate ties.
I don't know why they exist.
I know, really.
Now, Nikki.
Yeah.
To get on with your predictions for the New York Giants, week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. Do you see them winning or losing?
I see them losing, but I don't think the line is at 3 right now. I think it's close, or 3.5. I don't think Dallas. I think Dallas wins, but I don't think they cover.
On the road against the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, we're going. Oh gosh. Well, no, I don't want to give you all my predictions. Then what's my show for?
Very good.
New York Giants, not week 1. We'll listen to your week 1 predictions.
Win.
All right.
It's tough to win. It's tough to win at that stadium. I have to say, it's loud and annoying. I hate, out of all the NFL stadiums, the Cardinal Stadium. I can't stand it.
Really?
Yeah, hate it. I've been there several times, and
I've never been to any NFL stadium, so I wouldn't be able to indicate that.
Oh,
it's pretty. It's just annoying and loud, and I hate the announcer that they have. So I think he distracts. Anyway.
Okay.
That life is a dump.
Week 3 against the San Francisco 49ers.
Loss.
Wow.
Week 4, at home against the Seattle Seahawks.
Win.
Week 5 against Miami Dolphins on the road.
I think I'm going to that game. Win. I'll bring a little luck.
Okay, on the road against the Buffalo Bills, week 6.
Loss. It's a big day for me and Deb that day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, week 7 against the Washington Commanders. We both agree that they're not going to tie with the Commanders. Do you take them to win or lose?
Win. What am I up to? How many wins? 4?
So far, I'll get you your final predictions in a minute.
Oh,
The Commanders might be sneaky, but
I
still
think
think
they will be.
I think the Giants are still going to beat them.
Week 8 at home against the New York Jets, led by Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I don't want to pick this one. Gosh, that's gonna be a good game. Win. Barely. But I think they squeeze out a win.
That might be a tie. No.
Yeah, that one might be the tie.
Okay, on the road against Las Vegas Raiders.
Win.
Okay,
That's my dog. Sorry, guys.
okay.
Molly.
Week 10 on the road against the Dallas Cowboys. Again.
Loss.
No.
Week 11, Washington Commanders.
Loss. I think we split this year.
Okay. Week 12 at home against the Patriots.
Win.
I definitely agree with that one.
Okay. At home on Monday Night Football against the Packers.
Win. Although Monday night's not the greatest for
Week
them.
15 on the road against the New Orleans Saints.
Ooh. That stadium's tough. I'm gonna say a loss for now, but I might flip that.
Yeah. On the road against on the road against Deb Whitcas Philadelphia Eagles.
Loss.
At home against Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh, win.
At home against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Loss.
Okay, so that puts the Giants at about 9. That puts the Giants at about 9.
About
I think that's what I
9-8.
said.
right.
Oh, that's what I said. 9 wins. That was my prediction. God, I'm good.
Wow, so you got them going under the predictions that Ryan and Tatiana mentioned on the last episode. Is that you have that? Well, to be fair, 9-8, you'll probably get a 6 or 7 seed in the postseason. Either way.
I think so. I I don't know if this division's sending 3 again, but that's good. It's just I hate when people say strength of schedule doesn't matter, because I think it does matter.
It absolutely
Right, Deb?
does.
I mean, I
Yes,
think
it
it
does.
matters. And the NFC East is getting crushed this season. So listen, I know they won 9 last year. They got to the playoffs. People didn't think they belonged there. I hope with the addition of Waller and some of these new speedy wide receivers that I've got to see, mature and grow over the summer. I'm hoping there's like 10, 11 wins in there. It's the division games. I really those are the ones I'm really not too sure about.
Yeah, it's a tough division. I mean, obviously it was a tough division last year. It'll be a tough division this year.
Yeah, but Nikki, obviously you were at the training camp for the New York Giants. I mean, why don't you talk about the overall experience of being able to cover that Giants training camp at the very least, and then based on the way they practice, do you see them? What can you analytic skills say about the New York Giants in 2023?
Yeah. First of all, it was a great experience. My second year doing it. There's a learning curve to it, especially since it was my very first reporting gig. It wasn't like it was like, hey, go cover like Little League baseball or softball. It was, hey, you're covering the New York Giants.
Throwing you in.
Like, what?
No.
Sorry, the New York Giants. Okay. So what do? You fake it till you make it, right? So I always I'll tell a quick story. So I get in there, I'm in like day 2 or whatever. I don't know, day 3, my first week there. And somebody new comes in, and they come right up to me, and I don't know, the New York press room's they don't want to talk to you. So it's this new person. Yeah. He comes up to me and he goes, oh my God, hey, you look like a real veteran. Do you know where the bathroom is? And I was like, yeah, right. Just come out here, go right down the hall. He's like, oh, see, I knew you'd know. Like, I'm not a vet. I only know because I had to use it like 10 minutes ago. So I just, I thought that was funny. So it's a great experience year 2 being there. I'm concerned about the offensive line depth. I'm concerned if something happens to Daniel Jones. I don't really know that we've got a quarterback to step in there. As we've seen with the 49ers, it's very important to have quarterbacks that you can rely on. Happy about the upgraded speed at wide receiver. Jalen Hyatt coming as advertised. Route running, not a problem. Super fast. That linebacker depth, that's a little bit concerning too. So there's concerns, and special teams. It's been like over a decade. They still can't get it together on special teams. So I think with any team, there's parts that you're excited about, but I'd say my biggest concern is depth on the offensive line right now.
Yeah, that could be a problem. The offensive line is part of the reason why Daniel Jones is always running for his life. Like this guy literally just when he's not having a good game, he's constantly getting sacked. And you saw that show in the loss against Eagles in the playoffs last year. That's something that the Giants need to work on if they're gonna build and develop from what they had last year. But you never know what type of Giants team we're gonna get. I mean 9-8, it's not that bad of a prediction. So well, all I gotta say is just hope for the best. But I'm confident the New York Giants can build off of the playoff win against the Vikings last year. That I can say.
Yeah, and I listen, I'll say, for anyone who is concerned, coaching, as we've seen with Brian Dable, can really turn a team around. These players, I felt it when I walked in that building for the first time last year, and I was like, "Ooh, this is different." Like, not that I had any experience doing it prior, but it just felt different. And Deb knows, covering the Chargers, you're around the team all summer. You really get a good feel and a good sense for these players that are buying in. Brian Dable, he's a player first coach, right? It's protect the players, protect the house. He's all about his players and making sure that they have what they need in order to succeed. And there's a ton of mutual respect that goes back and forth. And he's just a damn good coach. He really is.
Yep, he's a good coach indeed. Definitely better than Ben McAdoodle, whatever his name is, or the last coach that they've had, or the coach that they had right after him. He's a special teams coach.
That's why special teams sucks.
But now, Deb Whitcas.
Yeah, I do like Graham Gano though.
Yes.
I mean, Graham's amazing.
So you've been up close and personal with the Chargers, and I know you said it. I think you said it last week, or I don't know if you did, but when you evaluate the Los Angeles Chargers based on your eye test, do you see them return to the playoffs again? Like that?
I do. I mean, I thought they had, something special last year. And Nikki, you're right. When, as far as the different, this is my second time covering the Chargers as well. Last season, I thought last season training camp was great, but this season there was something more. I think the addition of Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator, I think that's really going to bring something out in the players. He really likes to use, the running back position a lot. Herbert looked amazing out there. Connecting with everyone. Quentin Johnston, number 21. The new draft pick looked great out there as well. I think the Chargers are really going to make a run for it this year, and I'm excited. On that note, guys, I have to go. I've got a meeting at 5:30, so I'm going to say bye-bye.
Bye, Deb. I'll see you tomorrow.
I will see you guys soon.
It's all good. I was about to wrap up this show anyway.
Okay.
We're stopping by with another episode, Nothing But That Sports Talk, as we continue previewing everything. And I know we didn't get, this is pretty much all we can get into at this point. And we're going to continue talking football all season long, every chance we get. That I promise you. And to everybody out there, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.